Smack a little nip hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Loc. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Cheetah, gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow us a session on my mama. I just ran across a title where I seen the homie Grape Gotti name in the title with Lovejaw. He getting on Christopher Lovejaw apparently for some of this old goofy, faulty politicking we seeing him doing online. I can only imagine, because what the title say? I could only imagine. What it do, Google Gang? Um, title was 600 reacts to gang members snitching on cops. Is that still snitching? Damn. I didn't even read that. I just, because on the thing, it say 600, it say Grape Gotti on 600 versus Compton, part 2. That's what the thumbnail said. I didn't even read the title. So that's what we're going to see what it do with no further ado. Oh, my mama. This my nigga Gotti, too. And shout out to Big Gotti and Lil Gotti. They both my niggas. This nigga, 600, had no idea. But snitching on the police, that's a tricky one, man. We gonna see about it. Let's see. Let's go. Bam. Mute the mic, mute, bam.
Y'all know what it is. Grape Gotti, aka 9,000 watts, back at you off 103rd, ready to tap in on the situation with 600 and this Compton dude. But before I tap in on the situation, let me address something about snitching. Snitching was never originally a street thing. We just inherited snitching. Snitching been around a long time ago. When the Ku Klux Klan was around doing their thing to our folks, it wasn't no snitching. When they hung Emmett Till, it wasn't no snitching. The police have a code of silence, not to tell on each other, homie. No snitching been around way before the streets got popping, way before the gangs even started. So no snitching was never originally a street thing. We just inherited from the white folks. Now, if you got a homie on here that's podcasting and he got any smut on his name, if you don't want his ass to get roasted, tell him don't come on here. Because once
Hey, I don't know why that was so hard to do. My bad. I could only assume he talking about Lovejaw running around with this baby gangster from Santana. Whole No 100 was involved too. I could be wrong, but I wonder if he is getting that Lovejaw about that, why he ain't get that Whole No 100. I'm just curious.
you come on podcasting, you step into his arena, all doors are open once you step on this platform. Because if your homie on here podcasting, he's talking about other people's situations as well. So other people is going to get on his head. So if your homie got some smut on his name and you don't want no niggas to roast his ass up, tell your homie to step down. Tell him to have a seat, homie. Now 600, you got the right punchline, you just don't got the right paperwork. Let me say that again. You got the right storyline and punchline, you just don't got the right paperwork. You got that bogus ass paperwork.
And if I follow correctly, and I could be wrong, so now he trying to smut baby gangster too. He threw that little code word, right? You got the right punchline, wrong paperwork. And he repeated it like, if you follow me. So he basically saying you got the right script, but that ain't the way you present it. That what you got ain't authentic. And he hubbing the dub. That's crazy.
You flashing that type of shit, 600? Because I got it. Let me break this shit down. We was all coming up. Our parents told us not to climb that other side of the fence once they see we had started to go that route. They warned us all the dangers that's on the other side of the fence. Our parents told us, and we all know that hard-headed kids do not get rewarded. So don't sugarcoat shit for niggas like me who didn't listen to our parents. Because we was all warned not to go on that other side of the fence. Our parents told us, and we all know, hard-headed kids does not get rewarded. So don't go to sugarcoat shit for niggas just because you like him or you hang with him. So you want to protect his name just to protect your name. Gotta keep it real.
And that is what they call selective politicking, what he just described. Oh, my mama. You hear the term? And that's what it be.
Because before we heard it from the streets, we heard it from our parents only. And we didn't listen. So once you decided to jump that gate, we already knew what was over there. You had to deal with the jackers. You had to deal with the murderers, the snitches, the crips, the bloods, the crooked cops, the conniving females that'll set you up, your backstabbing homies, the flockers because they're breaking your house too, the prostitutes, the pimps, everything that come with the game. We all knew what was on the side of the gate before we jumped in it. So once you jump over there, don't start punking the game because you get caught up. And let me tell you something. The rules don't change because we decided to jump in the game. Let me say that again so it don't go over your head. The rules don't change because we decide to jump in the game, huh? So a lot of you niggas out here is really starting to show y'all panties. Starting to get real watered down. I see them halter tops. They wait for you niggas and you niggas out here wearing them. Like, let's not punk the game. We all know when we decided to jump in these streets, what we had to deal with. We had to deal with the jackers, the crooked cops, people trying to take our lives, females setting us up. We already knew what came along with the game, homie. So it's telling on the police snitching? You damn right it is. Because the rules don't change because we decided to play the game. The crooked cops been there, homie. The people trying to take your life, they been there. The jackers, they been there, homie. So the rules don't change because we decided to play the game.
Now, I don't think it's that black and white, cut and dry, gray area when it comes to the police. Because that's just saying, like, if you out, now, dirty police like this. Dirty police is breaking the law uh, to aid crime. Yeah, telling on him is all bad. Meaning, if it's the police that's out here pulling ears over and working with him, like, look, I see this work. I ain't gonna take you to jail. Ooh, you tell on him, it's all bad. Even if he keeping the work. Because he giving you a break. If it's a police out here finding out where the dope at, telling jackers, and he's setting up licks, and you telling him you all bad. If it's a police bringing contraband in to the prison or doing things of that nature on the street to help the game, and you telling him, yeah, you all bad. But you telling me, you driving, and you see the police plant some dope on you, put it in your car. You are sworn to secrecy to say, oh yeah, that's my dope, I can't tell. That I see it's a viral video, man. It's a dude getting arrested, and he had a gang of bands. And it's about 4-5 police arresting him. He a black dude, and he trying to tell the rest of the police that this white police just took some money out of his money that they was confiscating. And he was denying it. He was like, I'm telling you, that ain't all my money. He just popped my rubber bands. And eventually, right there on the spot, they found the police hiding a stack of hundreds off of bro bands. So are you telling me, pointing that out, that this police just stole from me is bad according to the game? I don't know, man. I think this is up. You might have to come to the black box, Gotti. We got to talk about this one. Oh, my mama.
So imagine all the jackers telling on the drug dealers because they couldn't rob a nigga. You ever seen a drug dealer in jail saying, I'm in jail because this nigga couldn't rob me, so he told on me? Imagine the jackers telling on all the drug dealers, huh? They'll all be labeled as snitches. So we can't sugarcoat and water shit down for certain individuals. Because we all had a choice not to take the route that we took. We could have been law-abiding citizens and never had to deal with none of this street shit at all. So once you jump in the game, don't punk the game, because we all had a choice not to even jump in the game, huh? So if a nigga snitch on the police, that's snitching, because the crooked cops been in the game. You'd have never jumped in the game, you'd never had to deal with the crooked cops. Come on, when a nigga get drafted to the NBA, do the rules change because the new motherfucker got drafted? When a nigga get caught on his hood, do the rules change because he got caught on? I don't think so. So nigga just gotta keep it real, homie. Just like the situation with Larry Davis. Rest in peace, Larry Davis out of New York. He was the go-to man between the police and the drug dealers. He started off robbing the drug dealers, but the police, they won't in on the action, so they came up with a better solution. We gonna let the drug dealers know when they gonna raid, and we ain't gonna arrest none of their corner boys in exchange for a payment. And you be the man to get the payment. And he get his cut off top and get the police his rest. They rest, I mean. And when Larry Davis bubbled up and he tried to get out the game, the police put a hit out on Larry Davis. For one, he was fucking their money off. For two, he knew too much. When they put that hit out on Larry, you think Larry went to the police station and told? Hell no, he didn't. You think Larry Davis pumped up and left New York? No. I think Larry Davis said it right there.
At the same time, if, just think about it, bro. You caught on camera, on body cam, let's say, swinging on the police. And it shows you swinging on him. However, right before he turned on that body cam, he got off on you first. Are you not supposed to, when he's charging you for assault on an officer, are you going to sit there and be quiet and say, and not say, cuz got off on me first? That's why I say you can't really speak in absolutes on that. Like, he making some points. Yeah, dirty cops that's in the game, trying to go over the system with the criminals. You give them up, you all bad.
Waited for him. And when they came, he hit 5 of them up, all in the face and all type of shit. He tore their ass up. Then he went to trial and beat the case in self-defense. Not because he told I was the go-to man and me and the police was doing dirty business. He didn't use that to beat the case. He beat the case in self-defense. He never even snitched on the police to beat the case. He was the defendant in the case. So you damn right, snitching on the police is telling. Or telling on the police is snitching on them. All day. Rest in peace, Larry Davis. He died in jail. Check that story out if you don't already know about it. But yeah, once you jump in this game, you already know that, we already know what come with it, homie. So niggas can't change the rules and all that. Niggas will see paperwork on the nigga, man. And act like they ain't never seen it. Or niggas go to ask for paperwork, but then when they see it, it's a different story. Or niggas that know it's paperwork on the nigga, or go to saying, oh, his crime he didn't tell. His crime he said he didn't tell. Fuck you mean his crime he said he didn't tell? Nigga ain't about what his crime he says.
Oh, my mama. I remember at one point everybody was saying, when they was saying, oh, gun all bad, they was like, oh, you gonna be molded or just watch. If Young Thug come home and say he ain't tell, said he ass. I even heard him say some bullshit like that. Look, bro, it's a lot of people, especially in the game, in the ghetto, on the streets, who could be slow enough not to know you just did them bad, bro. And you could finesse and talk them into agreeing with the decision you made, and you just threw them all the way under the bus, bro. It's all type of shit go on. Believe that.
About what he said to them folks, homie. Niggas trying to protect them, or other niggas try to protect niggas and say shit for certain reasons. But it's about what that man said to them police, homie. Not about what nobody else said. So niggas gotta stop paying favoritism and stop trying to protect niggas, homie. Cause we was all hard-headed, and didn't listen to our parents. And we know hard-headed kids don't get rewarded. So don't go to sugarcoat shit for niggas like us, homie, who is disobedient. That's just like saying our parents wasn't right. Like, fuck what our parents said. And we ain't doing that. We know our parents was right. So we ain't finna sugarcoat shit for niggas that was disobedient to their parents. Anybody. Do y'all reward y'all kids when they being hard-headed? So keep the game real, homie. Don't pump the game no matter who it is. Like, the nigga fuck up, you fuck up. You just might as well tap out and live a normal life. What he should have did in the first place, so he would have never got caught up in the situation that he's in. And this just real shit, homie. Like, we all knew what was on that side of the gate.
That's another thing, though, our parents taught us from a long time ago. Man, don't want to come here with all that damn tattletelling, or don't say shh. Even when we was kids and certain shit happened on the block and the police come around asking questions, your mom and them, even when they were super Christian, would tell you, don't say shh, you ain't seen nothing. It just wasn't the way we was raised to be trying to participate in helping and aiding and solving crimes. Because first you got to realize, for black people, the police have never been an institution, an idea, a concept, a group that we could trust in America. I mean, if you really do your history, from what I understand, have been taught and told, that the whole concept of police came as a derivative of slave catchers. They were first policing to get them niggas that wasn't cooperating, round them up, lock them up, put them to work. Makes sense. It's kind of logical of a story, of a theory.
Before we jumped over there, the rules or nothing don't change because we decided to play the game. Because we never had to jump over that gate and go that route. So if the jacker's been there, the nigga rob you, it ain't no snitching. You doing wrong too. You on that side of the fence. If a female set you up, you might want to get back at her, because that come along with the game. But if she caught you with your pants down and they got you, that come along with the game. Ain't no nigga going to the police. Because the female caught you slipping and snitching on the female, because you're on that side of the fence. So it ain't no snitching on nobody. Police been catching niggas with drugs and money back in the days and not taking them to jail and letting them go. You think niggas went to the police station and told them? Because if they took you to jail, you're going to have to bail out and pay for a lawyer anyway. So that was a fair exchange. So back in them days when they was doing that, nigga would have done that any day. That was a fair exchange, homie. Because the nigga on that side.
If you haven't seen the original Cocaine Cowboys documentary, they got all kind of derivatives, part 1, 2, 3, 4, all that. But go watch the first Cocaine Cowboys, because they talked about how common it was back in like the 70s to be in Miami. You have a trunk full of bricks, get pulled over. And like officers, like how you know how people play the lotto now? And like a regular officer making $25,000, $30,000 a year back then would be dying to find a trunk load of drugs that he could just basically retire on and not have get nobody in trouble about. That part even came up in Scarface, that dirty cop Yeah, they used to, if you go watch Cocaine Cowboy, it tell you about, it was common, like, get pulled over, you got 10 bricks, Officer take 4, 5, 6, maybe all of them, a couple of them, look the other way and send you. Like, as long as you wouldn't have to deal with no jail, you be happy as hell. Oh, well.
Fence. And that's why the police was doing what they was doing, because they never expected a motherfucker to snitch, because they knew you was on that side of the gate. And they knew, you know what I'm saying, the rules of that shit, huh? It's a dirty game. But we decided to play it, huh? So when shit happen, and niggas do certain shit, don't punk the game, don't sugarcoat shit, and don't try to cover for certain niggas. It just is what it is. No matter if our sisters, or brother, or cousin, or fathers, nephews, if a nigga fuck up, you fuck up. Because a motherfucker never had to come on this side of the gate at all. Because this was the shit that was over here. This is the life that a nigga chose, huh? So a nigga gotta bite the bullet. You decide you want to commit crime, stand on it. You decide you don't want to listen to your parents or your mom or your daddy, stand on it. Straight up. And that's just my opinion. But 600, stop with that little bogus ass paperwork shit on me. Stop with all that bogus paperwork. That's definitely not it. That's some real bullshit. But this Grape Street Gotti, aka 9,000 watts, is tapping in a minute.
Shout out Gotti on my mama. I can agree with a lot of what he said, not actually everything what he said when he makes it absolute that the police is just, off limits of being exposed as to not keeping the rules of their job. I don't think you bound to not expose or express that the police are doing you unfair, and sometimes that would be reporting that they're doing things illegal. Now, if they're doing illegal, like I said, to further the game, that's a whole different scenario. That's not a situation. When it comes to 600 in particular, I think he needs to be very careful about how he politics certain issues. He always politicking issues he have absolutely nothing about. I kind of like participated at one point with S-Bone for 40s. I was like not really participated, but I reviewed the paperwork. I ain't reviewed no real street paperwork since. I kind of like the way Cud lost his life so close to all them internet antics. That's when the streets and the internet get too close to whether they was related incidents or not. I just didn't like that. So I don't really fuck with the paperwork since Cuz died, right? But then ever since then, but that was some shit totally that 600 had nothing to do with, as far as that was years ago. Some shit he didn't know nothing about. Then he went and politicked this Eddie Boy Big U paperwork. City don't have nothing to do with it. Now he's speaking on Baby Gangster. Now, like I say, if the police is breaking rules to fuck over you, I think you in all your right to speak up for yourself. And 600 trying to politic on Baby Gangster, and that seems to be the scenario. I haven't looked into it. I'm not into that on the internet as a source of content any longer. However, it's some rumors about the homie Foley, who 600 real cool with, that he got into a situation with the law where he had to perhaps express some things. Now, I don't know the details, the full extent of that, but 600, you putting yourself in a position when, if that's the case, are you gonna come out here and blow up his situation? I'm just saying, you might want to just shut up, sit back sometime. On my mama. Lay book.